Mounting an oil or transmission cooler. This is the Mishimoto MMT/SP13BK. Now what this is, the BK stands for black. They make a silver also. They also sent me 4 of these little brackets to use in any fashion that needs to be either it needs to be cut or it can be mounted in different configurations to fit different vehicles. And now they also gave me quite a few of the nuts and bolts and lock washers. And my application is a 72 Suburban. So what I did is I took these brackets and I cut them to just have 3 holes, and then I drilled a hole through this core support, and I've got a real solid bracket to mount the bottom of that cooler too. And there is the cooler mounted onto those brackets. I put a longer bolt on here and a nylock nut, and then I used a shim to push that bracket back because I had a clearance issue right here. And this will be the same in a C10, 68 or 69 through 72. So that got the cooler back towards the radiator enough. And I'm going to build a bracket for the top here. But even moving it back and forth, I'm still clearing that hood latch assembly. So we're going to build this top bracket. And there's the top bracket. Just a simple piece of aluminum. Cut it to size, and I added about an inch to 3/4 to an inch. And then I bent it over, and I just hit it with a couple of silver bullets, and it's in there. Same thing over here. And now that that's mounted, we're going to move on to the hoses. And with the grill on there, it's going to look good. It's centered. So on to the hoses. So everything's in, and I took it for a test drive, and I checked for leaks. I also have a little bit of tying up to do here, just to take these hoses and route them so they look nice. There was already a hole in this C10, which was perfect, and it wasn't sharp, so I didn't need to do any grommeting or anything like that. But the last thing that I wanted to show you was what I did here. I cut the lines coming from the transmission, and then I flared the end and I double clamped them. Then I also sprayed carb cleaner down the old cooler just to get any oil out. And so now I'm able to pull all my rags out of here and give you the view of the cooler, and it's not leaking, and you can definitely feel the difference between the hot, the in and the out. This is much cooler than the in, which is, that's not rocket science, but with it running up a hill, probably did about 20-25 minutes of driving, so I really didn't get it hot, but it would have already been up to 200, probably 190, and it didn't get above 150. So this universal stacked cooler, I believe, is plenty. If anything, you could probably get away with about a third less on the size after just the initial drive. But I don't know, I don't think that you can be too safe. The average transmission temperature, can go to, what I'm seeing online is, anywhere from 150 to 180, 90. And I was getting to 200, 210, and that's just too hot. So this definitely did the trick. So if you're looking for something to cool that tranny down, especially in an RV, this definitely is going to be more than enough. Talk to you on the next one.